There's a city in Salt Lake County that people drive through on their way to somewhere else. They hit Bangor Highway, they see the Target and the Walmart, and they just keep on going. No idea that just a few minutes off the highway is one of the fastest growing, most affordable, and most underrated places to live in all of the state of Utah. Homes are still sitting in the low $500,000 range, while just a few minutes away, they're pushing $700,000 and up. There's a brand new stretch of stoplight-free freeway that cut commute times by over 8 minutes on average. And this city just posted its fastest home selling pace in over 6 months. I'm gonna walk you through the 7 biggest reasons that people are packing up and moving to West Jordan, Utah. And I'm gonna tell you exactly where I think home values are headed next. And stick around because reason number 4 is one nobody's really talking about yet. And it could be the thing that changes this market completely. Let's get into it. Reason number 1, the price tag still makes sense. Let's start with the number that everybody actually cares about, the price. As of the middle of 2026, the median sale price for a home in West Jordan still sits around $538,000. And that's up a modest 2 to 3% over a year ago. Not a spike, not a crash, just boring, healthy appreciation. Now compare that to some of its neighbors. South Jordan with Daybreak is noticeably higher. Places like Sandy, Draper, Holiday on the East Bench are higher still. West Jordan has quietly become the value play of the south end of the valley. It's a place where a young family or a first-time homebuyer can still get into a single-family home without taking out a jumbo loan. And the range is wide, which is actually good for buyers. You can still get a condo in the central part of the city for around $300,000. If you go out to some of the newer developments out past Bangor, you can still get a single-family home in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. And if you push out further west to the Ochre Hills, some of the newer builds are pushing $750,000 and up. But they come with some mountain and valley views to match. That spread means that there's an entry point for just about any budget, which is very rare in Salt Lake County right now. Reason number 2, the housing market itself is stable and balanced right now. This is the part that most YouTube videos skip, and it's actually the most important part if you're looking to buy a home in West Jordan. So let's talk about the numbers for a second. As of the most recent market report, homes in West Jordan are selling for around 10 days if they're priced appropriately, though the city-wide average for days on market is closer to 50 plus days. The months of supply is sitting around 2 months, which actually tends to favor sellers, but it's nowhere near the frenzy that we saw just a few years ago. Homes in West Jordan are closing at right around 98 to 99% of their asking price. But in June of 2026, nearly half of all homes between $400,000 and $700,000 actually sold below their asking price. So don't let anybody tell you that it's a seller's market. It's still an opportunity for buyers. If a home is sitting for longer than 2 weeks in West Jordan, there's probably room to negotiate. But if it's priced appropriately under $400,000, it could be gone in a day. The bottom line is this market has real activity, there's still great opportunity for buyers to find a great home, and a genuine urgency in the entry-level price points. Reason number 3, where home values are actually headed. So where's this all going? Let's talk trajectory. Zooming out, most forecasting models are calling for steady long-term appreciation in West Jordan. Nothing explosive, but a reliable upward climb over the next few years. Year over year, the city's median sales price has increased in the single digits, which is exactly the type of boring is good market that we want to see for your long-term investment in a home. And here's why that trend is likely to hold. West Jordan is largely built out at this point. Other than some pockets way out west, there isn't a whole lot of land left to be developed here, and certainly not as much as we see in some of the surrounding suburbs. That means future price growth is going to lean much more heavily on location, condition, and proximity to improvements that are happening right now. The highway work, the transit expansion, the commercial build out, rather than a flood of new supply that keeps prices flat. Translation for buyers, the cheap because it's new and unproven window in West Jordan is closing if not already closed. The affordable because it's established and improving window is wide open. If you're looking for a starter home with some genuine upside, this is the kind of market that rewards getting in before the infrastructure catches up to the price tag. Reason number 4, the infrastructure boom that nobody's talking about. Okay, here's the one that I promised you, reason number 4, and it's the one that I think fundamentally changes the math in this city. For years, Bangor Highway, the 6-lane expressway that ran directly through West Jordan, was choked with stoplights. Every few blocks you'd hit another intersection, another stoplight, another few minutes added to your commute. The locals would often call it the red wave. It was almost like the lights were timed, so if you hit one red light, you hit every single one, and it was pretty aggravating. The Utah Department of Transportation has been systematically eliminating these stoplights and converting Bangor into a true freeway-style type corridor, with the interchanges complete from Draper all the way to Taylorsville. Engineers are estimating that the completed sections are saving drivers up to 8 minutes off of their commute time on average. And that's not a small thing when you're doing that drive multiple times a day. On top of the highway work, West Jordan already has 6 light rail stations within its city limits, which is more transit access than almost anywhere else in the south end of the valley. And the city has adopted new zoning, specifically designed to encourage more transit-oriented development near those stations, which means higher density housing, walkable retail, and mixed-use buildings are starting to pop up around the train stations, including a planned development by the city center station near Civic Center. And looking further out, the long-planned Mountain View corridor, a 10-lane freeway running along the western edge of the city, is set to bring even more connectivity to the West Bench area. Put it all together, and what you have is a city that's investing heavily on helping people get in and out efficiently, right at the moment where home prices are still below the regional average. That combination of improving infrastructure along with below market prices is usually the exact setup that precedes strong appreciation. Reason number 5, jobs are close and the economy is strong. Let's talk work, because a great commute doesn't really matter if there's no place to go. Utah's economy overall is in strong shape heading through 2026. Statewide unemployment has been sitting around 3.6%, which is well below the national rate, with the state adding tens of thousands of jobs over the past year alone. Locally, West Jordan itself has benefited from a diverse employment base. You've got major healthcare employment that's anchored by Jordan Valley Medical Center, a strong distribution and logistics cluster taking advantage of the city's central location in the valley, retail and hospitality jobs located around Jordan Landing, and higher education through Salt Lake Community College campus. For residents who work in tech, West Jordan sits in a genuinely useful spot. Silicon Slopes hubs like Lehigh and Draper sit just about 20 to 30 minutes to the south. And downtown Salt Lake City is just a straightforward commute on I-15 or tracks. So you get small city affordability with big city job access on both ends. Reason number 6 is going to be top-notch schools and a genuine family atmosphere. West Jordan is served primarily by the Jordan School District, one of the largest and most established districts in the entire state, serving roughly 58,000 students within 67 schools. The district currently ranks in the top 25 of school districts in Utah. Several individual schools in and around West Jordan rank among the best in their category statewide, and families consistently point to strong community involvement. PTA programs, teacher engagement, after-school activities, as one of the underrated perks of raising a family here. Beyond the classroom, the city has invested heavily in parks and recreation. New developments are being built with dedicated park space baked right in. Splash pads, baseball diamonds, dog parks, and playgrounds are showing up in nearly every new community along the West Bench. And that's not as an afterthought, it's part of the original plan. Reason number 7 is a real sense of community. And finally, reason number 7. The thing that turns a city from a place that you live into a place that you actually love. West Jordan has a shopping and dining scene that punches above its weight. Jordan Landing is the anchor, a massive retail center with everything from Walmart, Target, Dick's Sporting Goods, a Cinemark movie theater, Sam's Club, In-N-Out, and dozens of other restaurants. And then there's the big one, the event that defines this city every single summer, the Western Stampede. It's a multi-day 4th of July tradition that's been running for close to 70 years. It includes a sanctioned rodeo, a full carnival, and a parade, as well as live music, food trucks, a drone show, and fireworks. The draw an estimated 45,000 people from all over the valley. If you want a snapshot of what community pride looks like in West Jordan, this week is it. That type of consistent, well-attended, locally rooted tradition doesn't happen in cities that don't actually feel like communities. It happens in places where people want to plant roots and stay. So let's bring it back together. Affordable pricing that still has room to run. A balanced, stable market with real negotiating power for smart buyers. Freeway and transit upgrades that are actively improving day-to-day life. A strong, diverse local job market. Schools and family amenities that genuinely deliver. And a community identity that's been building for decades and shows no signs of slowing down. That's West Jordan, Utah in 2026. And honestly, I think it's one of the best kept secrets in all of Salt Lake County. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or just want a real honest conversation about whether West Jordan is the right fit for you, I'd love to help. I work in this market every single day, and I can help by pulling the actual current listings, run the real numbers, and show you exactly what your budget gets you right now. No pressure, just real information. Drop a comment, send me a message, or hit the link in the description. And let's figure out your next move together. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I plan on posting a video every single week related to Utah real estate and living in Salt Lake City. And I hope that you'll join me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.